News 25 is brought to you by Golden Casino Group, where you'll always find great fun, good food, and fantastic entertainment, all at Gold Town, Lakeside, and the Pahrump Nugget. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-990 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight, local law enforcement surrounds a home for a barricaded suspect. And Great Basin College opens up a class bringing new opportunities. News 25 starts now.
This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
A police standoff ends with one suspect in custody. It's Friday, August 16th. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. A local man is arrested after a domestic dispute takes a turn for the worst. Michael Gary has been arrested. According to the Nye County Sheriff's Office declaration of arrest, deputies were dispatched to Natalia Lane here in Pahrump in reference to a domestic disturbance. On August 15th, a female called Nye County Sheriff's Office dispatch to state that her boyfriend of 8 years, Michael Gary, had woke up and started yelling at her. At that time, she decided to take the children and leave the residence. She says that when she attempted to leave, Michael pinned her against the wall inside the home, took her keys and cell phone as she attempted to call 911. As she attempted to flee to the neighbor's home, she saw Michael get into her vehicle. She told officers that she tried to stop Michael from leaving the scene, and that's when he allegedly headbutted her and drug her inside the home. She said he then fled the scene in her vehicle without permission. Later in the day, the report says that the female called police to state that Michael had returned to the home in her vehicle. Deputies were dispatched and made contact with the female, who said that her boyfriend was inside the home. The woman allegedly gave consent for police to make entry into the residence, and while attempting entry, police say that Michael put a metal bench press in front of the door to block deputies from entering. Nye County Sheriff's Office SWAT was then activated due to the suspect not coming out of the home. After approximately a 2-hour standoff at the door, Michael, they say, eventually came out of the home without further incident. Michael Gary has been charged with robbery, domestic battery, taking a vehicle without the owner's consent, false statement to obstruct a public officer, and stopping a person from reporting a crime. He was arrested and transported to the Nye County Sheriff's Office Detention Center. Well, Great Basin College has a new program available to sign up for right now. The machine shop on the high school campus still has some spots open for new students.
Yeah, we just started a manufacturing machining program here at Great Basin College in Pahrump. We've been trying to start this program for about 15 years, so it's awesome. We finally had money from the legislature, CT enhancement funding. We were able to get a couple years ago, and found an excellent instructor to get the program started, Eric Anderson. Does a great job for us, and it's finally come together. We have a couple of different setups in this shop. Right now we have manual machining, where the operator actually manually cuts metal to build a tool or a part. And then on this side of the shop we have the CNC, computer numeric control, which is all computer controlled, so they can put a piece in there and the machine will actually do a lot of the machining. And so we teach both aspects. The first year of the program, they're going to learn how to do the manual machining. Second year, they're going to learn about the CNC machining, where they learn to program, do those kinds of things. And also part of that is the 3D printing. They're going to make some 3D printing parts, learn how to use that. So a lot of technologies in this program. It's a manufacturing program, and we're happy to have it here. The projects, it just depends on what field you're in. So we have some gun manufacturing, some ammo manufacturing people here. They'll be able to make gun parts with these. They'll be able to make tools to make other things. just automotive parts, maybe the racing parts. There's just so many possibilities that things that can be made. We don't do the actual manufacturing. We just teach students how to make those parts and the technology to do that using these machines. Now the students, when they graduate, would go into those fields I just talked about. Could go into racing or gunsmithing or other things like that. Any other kind of manufacturing where they need to build parts. So right now we've got, we're based in the high school, which is great, and so we have 2 sections of 12 students each from the high school. We will allow a couple of people from the public into those day classes, that's during the day. And then we also have a night program where students that are actually in a career that want to change over to a manufacturing machining career can actually do that at night. It's still open. The 26th is the start date, August 26th, so there's still time to enroll in the program, and we'll take as many students as we can. We still have openings. There is funding. There is a CCR grant, so for high school students there's some additional funding they can use to go through the program. And then if you're in the public right now, you have to pay.
All right.
And so there's some possibilities, some scholarships coming up, but we don't have anything firmed up yet. Well, the teachers, we have one teacher in this manufacturing machining program, Eric Anderson, who's done a great job of setting up the program. And so we'll be doing the manual machining and then the CNC machining. And so we did some classes last year, so there's some second-year students coming on. So they'll be doing the CNC part of the program. So we have 2 different sections, a beginning section and the first year, if you will, then the second year. So we have some second year students starting now, so they're going to be into the fun stuff, the computer stuff. It's all fun, but it's more fun when they get the computer things and get to use the newer machines. He'll be starting on the 26th in the manual machining classes. That's the first part of the program, and he'll be teaching those classes. So Great Basin College, this is the only manufacturing machining we have. As you know, we're in 86,000 square miles in Nevada. Most are rural Nevada. You know, we have classes in Elko, Winnemucca, Ely, and in Pahrump. And Pahrump, this is our only manufacturing machining program we have for all of Great Basin College. Get hold of Diane over at the center, and we'll give more tours, or anybody that's interested, just give us a call.
News 25 will return right after this break.
This segment of the news is brought to you by Pahrump Cardiology, located at 1397 South Loop Road in Pahrump, Nevada. Call 775-210-8333 for an appointment. Dr. Tali Eric, proudly serving Pahrump since 2005.
Welcome back. Well, in today's financial news, the U.S. Postal Service is reporting once again a downturn.
Here's Angela Miles with today's Business First Brief.
Topping our news, Alibaba revealed strong earnings and revenue despite the trade war. Online sales at the Chinese version of Amazon jumped 40% as Chinese consumers continue to spend. Alibaba's cloud computing business soared 66%. Baba shares popped on Thursday. The United States Post Office is reporting a decline in package volume. It's the first time since 2010 that has happened. The cash-strapped agency is taking a hit as Amazon and FedEx strategically change last-mile deliveries. JCPenney is reporting a mixed bag of news. JCP had a net loss of $48 million last quarter. That loss was less than the $101 million analysts expected.
To find out where you can see us every day, go to businessfirstam.com.
Thanks so much, Angela. Well, a Dayton man has been arrested in connection with a hit-and-run Thursday that killed a man and 5 dogs in the 6 Mile Canyon Road area. 38-year-old James Vincent Parisi was arrested by Nevada Highway Patrol after he allegedly killed 59-year-old Michael Kuntz and his 5 dogs who were on a walk. Nevada Highway Patrol believes that Parisi was going west on 6 Mile Canyon Road near Roughing It Road, and Kuntz was walking east with 5 dogs when the vehicle Parisi drove crossed over the center of the road and hit him. Kuntz and his dogs were pronounced deceased on scene. They said Parisi fled the scene after the crash and later was located and arrested. Well, the Nye County Sheriff's Office is looking for 25-year-old Tyler Sunderland of Pahrump. Sunderland is described as 6 foot tall, 165 pounds, blonde hair and blue eyes. Sunderland is wanted for failure to appear on the charge of lewdness with a child. If you have any information about his whereabouts, you can call the Nye County Sheriff's Office at 775-751-7000. You can even email at sheriff@co.nye.nv.us. You can, of course, remain anonymous when you call that phone number, 775-751-7000. News 25 will return right after this break.
You're watching KPVM News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Well, if you're looking to make a big difference in someone's life, becoming a court-appointed special advocate may be the answer you've been searching for.
Well, first off, we're court-appointed special advocates, and we train the volunteers to be the advocates of foster children that are in the court system. So when a child is removed from the home for various reasons, that is a long process for that child to be worked back into the home and can easily be up to a year. And so they go to court about 3 to 4 times a year. And during that time, that's where a CASA is important, to be able to talk about what's going on with the child. So being an advocate is talking to the child. Be that child's friend. You know, they move from home to home, Deanna, and some of these children, the only stability they have is their CASA. And we make sure they're getting the right treatment, that if they need mental health or medical treatment or even tutors, we want to make sure these children succeed. So to be a CASA, it's not difficult. You fill out an application. We have applications online at www.ptcasanv.org. You're welcome to call the office at 775-505-2272, which is CASA on the end, and give us a call. You fill out an application, and it's a fairly lengthy application, but remember, we're dealing with children, and we want to make sure that we get the right people into those positions. Training lasts for about 8 weeks. We have one scheduled, which is really exciting. We're going to do an orientation on September 28th, this Saturday, from 9 to noon, and then classes will start on October 3rd, and they're on Mondays and Thursdays, 5:30 to 8:30. The last one will be about November 26th. You can change a child's story in 4 hours. 4 hours a month, not a week, but a month. We get a lot of people that are like, oh, I'll do it when this happens or that happens, until they hear, you mean it's only 4 hours a month? And that's on the long side. Usually it's less than that. If you do have to go to court to represent that child, it might add another half hour to get you up to 4 hours, but usually it's less than 4 hours. And that 4 hours can mean so much to the life of a child. Unfortunately, we have over 30 children right now waiting for a CASA. And I was really excited because we had 14 brand new CASAs and we inducted them and we got them all cases. But by the time we handed out the cases, we almost had that many that it came in right behind it.
Wow.
So it's a sad situation. But remember, these are children that are from your community and from my community. And it makes such a difference to be able to make that difference in a child's life. Give us a call at 775-505-2272 or visit our website at www.ptcasanv.org.
Well, the Director of Public Works, Tim Dahl, spoke to commissioners about the latest road work happening right now in our county.
At the recent Board of County Commissioners meeting, Tim Dahl was there to give the general road report, which included the general maintenance, patching, road maintenance, weed mowing, and sweeping of our roads. The meeting starts with Tim Dahl stating that the Durapatcher, which is a pothole patching and crack sealing device, is soon to be finalized. Commissioner Wickman starts out by saying that she noticed on the report that they needed addressing in Amargosa and asked, is there any update on that? Tim Dahl states that we are working with the assessor's office to get the appropriate addressing out there.
As you know, there's been some significant changes across the county for addressing, and we're still going through the motions of getting the addressing from the assessor's office so that we can have Mr. Shaner ensure that Frank Rates has the addressing the way it's supposed to be changed to. So we're still going through those motions. It's not complete yet.
Commissioner Strickland asks if there is any word back from the Department of Transportation on the turn lane from Homestead. Tim Dahl states that after speaking with a Nevada Department of Transportation representative, he relayed to him that they are working on both left turn lanes at 372 and 160 and Homestead and 160. We'll also be getting some changes to the flashing yellow sign coming into Pahrump north on 160. They want to change it to an all-time flashing or passive signal instead of an active sign. Commissioner Cox asks again about the lump of asphalt in the intersection of Oak Ridge Avenue and Deerskin Street because it still hasn't been taken care of. Commissioner Koenig states that the only thing he has to talk about is Anvil Road in Amargosa.
It's junk. We knew it was going to collapse, but I don't think we understood it was going to collapse this early in the game. It's just, like I said, when I was there last week, I had to go in the left lane to get down the road because the right lane was sort of gone. And I'm not sure what the easy fix is. We know if we put money into it now, we know the trucks going back and forth are just going to destroy what we did. So we can't. I don't want to put a lot of money in until we're done, and then they're going to pay us to do it right. But I'm not sure where we should go with it, but we need something done because it's horrible.
Tim Dahl makes note of the commissioner's concerns. Commissioner Blundo brings up a stop sign on Sycamore Avenue and Mount Charleston Drive. Tim Dahl states that he can look into that.
I sure can.
Okay.
I will gather up the information from the sheriff's office on any accidents that have taken place there. We'll put out some traffic counters out there. And you're talking Sycamore and Mount Charleston, I believe.
Yes, sir.
So I can definitely go through the motions to provide any information that our consultant needs to see if that warrants a three-way stop there.
Commissioner Blundo then recessed from the Board of Highway Commissioners.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Well, let's take a look outside on that Lerner and Rowe weather cam at our current conditions. Beautiful skies. I wonder what it's going to be like for the weekend. Michael Donahue is going to tell us right after this break.
News 25 Weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hello and welcome back to News 25. I'm Michael Donahue with today's weather. In Las Vegas, we have a high of 109 degrees with a low of 78. Death Valley, 116 with a low of 84. Amargosa, 105, a low of 71. 101 with a low of 67 in Beatty. Goldfield at 93.59. Tonopah at 91.57. 93.55 in Carson City. 97.60 in Fallon. And finally, in Fernley, a high of 96 with a low of 61. Now today in Pahrump, we saw sunny skies. Our high today was 104 degrees with the winds coming out of the south-southwest at 12 miles per hour. 5% for our humidity and our sunrise at 6:02 this morning. Now tonight, we're going to see some clear skies. It's currently 102 degrees outside. Our low tonight is going to be 74 degrees with winds coming out of the east-southeast at 9 miles per hour. Our humidity at 12% and our sunset at 7:32 tonight. Now, taking a look at our 7-day, not too much has really changed since we looked at it yesterday. We're still expecting some sunny skies all week long with just some clouds coming in this Sunday. Temperature-wise, also hasn't really changed that much. On Sunday and Monday, we're going to see highs of 99 degrees, but for the rest of the week, we're going to be hanging out in those low hundreds, just in between 101 and 106 degrees, with our overnight temperatures just hanging out in about those mid to low 70s, just between 70 and 75 degrees for our lows. And now with that, we're going to throw it back to the desk with Deanna.
Thanks so much, Michael. Well, we want to remind everybody that the Pahrump Fall Festival is coming at the end of September. The theme is Oktoberfest. It's going to be held in Petrick Park from September 26th until the 29th. And the parade, once again, is going to be happening on Highway 160. There is a deadline to enter the parade, which is September 16th. The parade is Saturday, September 28th. And if you want to enter into that parade, all you need to do is contact the Pahrump Valley Chamber of Commerce, or you can send your entries in to their website, Pahrump Valley Chamber of Commerce. They have a link there for the Fall Festival. There's going to be lots of things to do, including Davis Amusements going to be there with their carnival, and you can buy tickets online right now for that at a discount. You can also buy them at the Pahrump Valley Chamber of Commerce. There's going to be wonderful entertainment happening on the stage, games and giveaways and all of that jazz that we normally do. And the rodeo is happening as well, and I know a lot of people are happy to bring that back. Vendor booths and lots of fun. So for more information, you can, of course, go onto the Pahrump Valley Chamber of Commerce website or their Facebook page and get involved in that Fall Festival. We want to remind everybody that there is going to be Taco Fest. We're going to have that October 12th. That's going to be at the Calvada Eye, which is a change for us, and it's benefiting the Seroptimists and Sleep in Heavenly Peace. To find out more about the Pahrump Taco Fest, go to our Facebook page, Pahrump Taco Fest. We're going to have vendor booths, and of course, if you want to enter the taco competition and or purchase a banner, of course, to sponsor it. Well, that's going to wrap up this edition of News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell from all of us here at KPVM TV and Ace Country Radio. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday, and I want to say happy birthday to my sister Shelley.